welcome back to another episode of King Code TV, and in this week's programme we're going to be speaking about our latest release, which is Fjord DK, which we have in front of us here. This was released to our stockists on the 20th of July, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's a really beautiful yarn. So far it's been doing exceptionally well on social media from what I can see, and so what we have is a beautiful range of colours. So we've called it Fjord because of the fair owl effect, and fair owl is often associated with the northern England, so Scotland, Scandinavia, and so we went with Fjord because of the fjords in Norway. I thought because we can't go on holiday to Norway this year, we're going to bring the fjords to the UK for our summer. By the way, I hope everybody's enjoying the nice weather in the south. In the north, in Skipton at the moment, it is grey, overcast, cloudy. It hasn't rained yet, but knowing where we live, it's pretty likely. However, we are told that we're going to get at least 10 minutes of sunshine later on this weekend, so factor 50, I'm sure. So back to yarn instead of weather. So I'm British, can't help but speak about the weather sometimes. So I put in front of us here four shades I should say, of the new yarn, and so quite a good range from blues, pinks, greens and reds. And behind me here is the other set. There are 10, I'll put the 10th on top if they don't drop off. So we've got a few, intentional. I'll need to pick one of those up in a second. So we've got blues at the top here, pink down here, which is one of my favourite ones, despite it being pink. I normally go for blues myself. And then the kind of dark greens, purples and neutral greys. So there's a good range of colours here to kind of appeal to everybody in different tastes. And if you look to my left, just over there, they're all lined up. I don't know how I'm going to retrieve the balls that I just dropped down there in a dignified way. We'll just have to speak about these ones in front of me. But again, great choice of colour. It's unfortunate because the one at the bottom is actually my favourite. Ulvik. It's kind of red and blues in this pattern here. Anyway, less drama, more yarn. So with Fjord, what we've done, and I hope you can see, I'll come up close to the camera in a second, is that instead of putting a swatch on the side, we have actually made the ball band the swatch. And this means that it's going to look fantastic, whichever shade, in any shop, because the colour complements the yarn, and the yarn complements the ball band, and vice versa. So you can see it in the shop and you think, gosh, crikey, what is that? And well, it's Fjord DK. I'll just come up to the camera and we'll have a look at what this involves. So as you can see, I know it's backwards, but it's Fjord's fair owl effect self-patterning yarn. And so what you can see, you can actually see the stitch definition on the ball band. And so what we have is going from light greens, dark greens, whites, and it's just, see, it's kind of variegated and speckled here. And you think, oh, it's a bit of a mystery, what's it going to look like? Well, there's no secret to people watching, it's behind us and everywhere. But all in all, you know, the kind of writing on the ball band, the swatch, the kind of script, torn piece of paper, I think that the graphic design team, or person I should say, has done a fantastic job with that. So well done. And what we've also done is named the shades after towns in the fjords of Norway. So here we've got Leon, and I'm sorry if anybody's Scandinavian or Norwegian, my pronunciation will be horrendous. Leon, Loen, Tis, and Etne, yes, so not to be confused with the volcano in Italy. So that's the ball band. The yarn itself is the same makeup as our very popular Cherished DK, and Cherished DK. Yes, I think that's right. And it's 100% anti-pilling acrylic, which means you can be quite not rough with it, but it was going to last a lot longer. It's not going to have those little bobbles coming up on a garment, which you sometimes find with your less good yarns. And I spent a rainy holiday day picking bits off a jumper. I think we're in the Lake District, which for about 10 minutes is quite satisfying. At the end, the result wasn't as good. However, this yarn will not do that. It is fantastic and really soft. The actual feel of the yarn in the ball, you think, oh, that's really nice. But when you touch a garment, which your stockist may or may not have, it's a fantastic yarn to hold. And being synthetic, it's not going to cause any irritation on your skin. If you've got a slight allergy to wool or alpaca or maybe even cotton, this is a great yarn to use. The main thing about this yarn is how fantastic of a knitter or a crafter is going to make you look. The Fair Isle effect is beautiful, and some knitters need to be quite experienced to achieve this effect. So if you're a bit of a novice and you want to show off to your friends, buy yourself a ball of Fjord DK and be like, oh gosh, where'd you get that fantastic jumper? Oh well, I actually knitted it myself, if you don't mind me saying. But so we've got a great set of patterns, and it lends itself to garments and accessories as well. And the set of patterns we have go from boys to girls to men to women's, and there's only 6, and we've also got accessories. So there's a lot of different things to choose from when you're heading down to your local yarn shop, which we must do at this time. And it's been out for a couple of weeks, so go to our stockist finder on our website and have a look, and you'll find maybe a yarn shop around the corner which you never even knew about. So going on to patterns, we have this one in front of me here, which is our accessories, and I should mention about these patterns that they are all classified as easy knits. So I don't know if you can see in the bobble here it says easy knit. Every single one of our patterns here has easy knit on, or at least one of the patterns on each side will have easy knit, and that means it's a good pattern to use if you're not quite confident in your knitting ability and you want to get into something a bit easier. These are great for it, and our patterns support, even if you're struggling, it's fantastic. We've got Joanne and Susan here who will just walk you through and there's no such thing as a silly question. Any mistake or thing you're struggling with, give us a call and we're happy to help. So this is pattern 5650, which is the child's pattern here. There's also a hooded version on the back for boys, and 5650 doesn't quite fit me, not so far off, but as you can see we've got the brown effect up here, followed by the kind of light blue and then the brown again. And if you look here, the sleeve is also brown on this side, but not on this side. So this is a random patterning, random variegation. So if you do, when you do, I should say, go to your stockist and buy some of this yarn, if you want a pattern matched, I would advise buying a little bit extra. And so if we look at this one, brown here, not here. Whereas this one, I think the designer's done a fab job here. She's actually got the collar to be brown as well, and it's all in the same colour. But then the top of the sleeve is brown up there, but the bottom cuff is down there. So when you do these patterns, just buy a tad more yarn. Your garment. Next, we have men's jumper, V-neck, and then a men's vest. That's the blues and the greys, and they work really well. This is a really great one. This is Jans Tius in front of us. Shawl or a wrap. Never really decide which is which. And so there's the bobbles, always got pom-poms or bobbles, and then on the other side that's definitely a poncho with our buttons on it as well. Both easy knits. Next is this jumper. I'm just going to move to the left. this jumper we have behind us, really popular pattern. This went on our Facebook page today. 5653. Jumper, but really stylish, and the pinks complement each other really well. On the flip side is another jumper, but without the kind of split, oh, can't see me, up the side here. And then on 5654 we have our accessories, so scarves, some gloves and wrist. This is another really great one. You got the beige colours working with the coat, and the tassels. Look at the length of those tassels. I'll come up closer so you can see. Really nice tassels there. And I mean, they're almost Fair effect in themselves. Really good pattern support. And then last we have this blanket here, along with a pommy cushion. Yeah, I can say pommy. It's Australian slang for English person. And on the other side, there's a water bottle for those of you who get a bit colder, and a tea cosy with a pom on top. So all in all, great pattern support, and really excited. I've loved photographing this yarn, and the display it just makes everything so much easier. The nice colours, shades. I need to say shades and things like that. Before we go, the very final thing. If you missed our video last week or haven't seen our social media, this pattern here is in our forest iron, and it is free to download from our website. So if you head over to our website now and type in Ripple Blanket, you'll be able to get a free blanket pattern in our forest iron. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have any questions or anything at all, I'll pop back to my computer and answer your comments, because I can't see them popping up at the moment because I'm on my phone. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.